Hello golfers, Bryan Pate here. I want to share a great drill by David Orr for your putting. It's called the Chopsticks. So I have two alignment rods. I'm going to take a rubber band, wrap it around a few times on the edge here. Once it's secured, I'm going to pull that rubber band down about a foot down the alignment rods and then go ahead and stick them underneath my armpits. From there, I can take my arms and put them under the chopsticks and have the hands, the back of my hands touching both sides. As I stand up in front of me, first goal is, what's it feel like to move these chopsticks parallel to the ground? And you can see I'm getting more rotation out of my torso to move these. My head and my hips and lower body are feeling like they're staying stationary, as opposed to moving everything one direction to try and move it back the other direction. So first, start up in front of you, feeling like the pressure on the hands stay consistent. There's a little bend in my elbows. They're not way up to the side. They're not stretching really far out. So just your comfortable angles. And then can we move this back and forth without moving my head and my lower body? Now, if you have a mirror in front of you, you can see what's going on. If you're outdoors, I could turn around and watch my shadow and say my head's staying pretty stationary and my hips aren't moving back and forth. Once you can do that standing upright, now can we take the chopsticks, bow down to the ball, so they're pointing down where the ball's at, and can we have that same feeling of moving the chopsticks to your right and to your left? If you want to start every time at the ball to create more of what a putting stroke would feel like, you could do that. If you want to rock them back and forth, whatever feels good for you. You can also walk over to a door jamb, put your head on the door, just to say, there's what it feels like for my head to stay stationary. Then can you scoot back just an inch and have the same feel? Once you get those concepts going, now you could add some little variations. If you're a claw putter, you could move that right hand to the outside, trying to feel, what's this feel like to keep the body and the arms synced together as opposed to independently moving too much. From there, once you have the feeling, you can take your putter, take another rubber band. I'm going to wrap this around 2 or 3 times just so it's secured. Take my chopsticks out from under my arms, move the band down just below the grip. I keep it just above the capto unit here, and then pull that rubber band apart and put your chopsticks into that rubber band. And if I spread them apart, whoop, get everything organized here. Now you can see the chopsticks are on top of my putter and on top of my forearms. So this is going to give me feedback. If my club head's going too far away from me, it's going to create a gap from the top of my hands to the chopsticks. If I'm having the putter go too far right or left, it's going to move out of the center. So as I set up, I'm going to have the same feels that the chopsticks are just on the outside of my hands. What would be the feeling up in the vertical plane just to move the putter back and through? And you can see it's making a line to my sternum as opposed to changing directions, or the little V that's down below me, the shaft is staying right in the middle. Once you can do that up and down, go ahead and hinge over to the ground, create the same feels. And you might watch the shaft in between your chopsticks for a couple strokes, but then keep your eyes on the ball so your eyes can be stationary. And what does that feel like? Once you can move the putter, go ahead and introduce the golf ball in there and say, can I have the same feels? I'm going to keep the same tension on my hands from pushing the chopsticks out and pushing the chopsticks up. I don't want that to increase either direction. And then go ahead and make a stroke. Now I'll give you a good sense and feeling of what's it like to move this putter more with the whole system as opposed to just your trail arm or just your lead arm, but work it as a whole. once you get that concept going, you can adjust a little bit if you're a lead side putter or a trail side putter. But for a general putting idea, these chopsticks are a great tool to get you training, moving the torso to move the whole system, the arms and the putter, as opposed to independently just trying to add speed to the putter head. So use this and become a better putter and improve your game.